Well, hello, everyone. This is Patty Post, your host of the Persevere podcast. We are in mini episode number 3, and interesting topic today is how to turn travel anxiety into a positive. I don't know if any of you know what travel anxiety is, but it's that nervous feeling that you get prior to going on your vacation. And it could be for fear of the unknown of where you're going. You've never been there before, or all of the things leading up to the vacation just makes you very stressed out. Or maybe you need to pack for your family and yourself, and you get a little anxious over the outfits. And for a lot of women, we feel that way of, okay, what's my agenda for the week and what am I going to wear? It takes a lot to put that all in one bag. As well as I know my husband has a lot of anxiety just going through the airport. That is stressful for him. Getting his license out, getting the phone. Where is he going to sit? He doesn't like crowds. Leading up to vacation can be very stressful and anxiety ridden, but it doesn't have to be a negative because you don't go on vacation to feel anxiety. So let's get into it. The main reason why we go on vacation is because we want to detach. We want to relax. We want to spend time with the people that we love and experience something new and create memories. And as a founder, you definitely need to detach from your world that is ever chaotic. And you go on vacation to get away. So how vacation serves us as founders in a positive way is that when we get away from the day-to-day activities, we can focus on creativity. That allows us to let our mind wander. We get a break. If you think of like pulling a band, if you just keep pulling, you're going to snap. This allows us, that band, to come back together. So that's our brain, that's our bodies, that's our nervous system. A time for our batteries to recharge. And that's why vacation is positive, especially for those of us that are founders. Some of the goals that I set for myself when I return home are I'm going to block time every day for writing, or I'm going to start exercising. I'm going to start eating healthy. I'm going to it's always like a fresh start for me. It's sort of like a new year when I come back from the vacation. And it just is like a clean slate. Even if you're going in February, which I end up going vacation in February every year, I look back at the first 6 weeks of the year and I'm like, okay, did I even closely get to what I wanted to do in terms of consistency and discipline and goals in the month of January? If I didn't, okay, where did I fall short? And intentionally write that down. And I do it where I let my mind just like bounce back and forth. And if I'm hanging on a subject, I know that I'm not at where I need to be. And that's something that I am going to activate when I get home. Okay, I gotta do better at this. I've got to get better at having intentional team meetings and allowing my team to connect. And I'm not hearing from Kayla. I don't know how she's doing. I don't know how her spouse is doing. I don't know how her life is going. I think about those things, and if it comes up in my mind, then that means that there's a gap. And so I identify those gaps, and then when I get home, I activate them. And just in that first 2 weeks, I try to do that. So I'm super intentional about it because in just a few days' time, when I get back into the swing of things, I will completely forget about those feelings that I had while I was on vacation. So I activate on those thoughts right away. I would say the biggest anxiety that I have before I go on vacation is all of the work that I did leading up to vacation, that huge to-do list and taking care of all of those loose ends and making sure that there aren't any loose ends. I think that's what I get the most anxiety about is the loose ends. Like, oh my gosh, how did I forget that? What did I not do? Did I give that person direction? What if someone reaches out for me and I'm not there? And those are the kind of things that give me the anxiety. But I've noticed what happens is day 1 and 2, I don't even start relaxing because I'm still thinking about what's happening back at home or back at the company or back with the people that work for me. And instead of continuing to like hover over those items, my best practice is I have created a space that is just myself. And in my notes on my phone, I will go for a walk and I just think about all of the things that come up in my mind that I didn't do. Because those first 2 days, I'm thinking I'm still back at home. So by doing that, I'm on my walk, I'm getting that energy out. I put the notes down and I label it like random things from day 1 and 2 on vacation. And then I just write down the list. And then I'll put the little bullets next to it. So then when I get back, then I have this to-do list. It's almost like when you are wide awake in the middle of the night, the best practice is to, 1, take a melatonin from Checkable Wellness. 2, is to write down what is running through your mind. Like get that hamster off of the wheel. And by getting them off of the wheel is writing down what you're thinking about, what's keeping you up. And sometimes it's, sitting there for 45 minutes and writing it. So I will end up doing it a couple of times during the day, whether on my notes or just journaling. And those first 2 days, I don't allow myself to really think about anything of those to-do items if I'm not intentionally thinking about it. Like, oh, I forgot about this. Okay, I'm going to grab my phone, I'm going to write it down, and then I'm going to close it. And that's just the best practice for me. So then I can be present with my family or with my husband or even with my girlfriends if I'm on a girlfriend trip. There was a time in this last vacation that I took in October to Indian Rocks Beach with my family. And I was wanting to get to the next level as being an executive. And there was so much going on with people at the company, with raising money, with product. We were just starting our clinical trial. I physically didn't have the time to sort of level up. And leveling up to me is really being enriched in a book or a thought leader and taking in a bunch of information and just learning. Like I can't go and get my MBA right now. I'm getting it while I'm working at Checkable. But what I did is I heard of a great book by Jim Collins called BE, and it's Be Entrepreneur 2.0. And what I did was every morning I walked for an hour and 15 minutes, and I was gone for 6 days. And I told myself I am going to take the first day to just do my walk with no sound. And then for 5 days, I'm going to get into this book. And then I'm going to read it on the plane and that's it. And I did that and I felt so good about it because I turned off I told my team, I'm not going to answer emails. I'm not going to do any work and I'm going to focus. And that totally allowed me I vividly remember a lot of his advice from that book. And I also vividly remember reading some of these and listening. I listened to the book as well as I had the book, some of these case studies, and I put them into motion right when I got back. And I also was very intentional about my sleep, intentional about my alcohol intake, and just was really healthy. I didn't make like a ton of unhealthy choices. And that was the most progress that I had made on a vacation, personally with my family, and then professionally, intellectually on that vacation, as well as de-stress. I came back absolutely rejuvenated, invigorated, and totally ready to crush the last 10 weeks of the year, which we completely did. And I felt like a really great leader for doing it. And I recommend anyone that is going on vacation to intentionally put together something that will make you feel good, that you're going to level up using that time on vacation, as well as getting some fun in, getting your family time in. You can have it all. And to take a negative to a positive, that anxiety that holds us back and makes us feel icky and probably crabby with our family, turning it into a positive and being putting in the work, you're going to feel really, really good about it. My closing thoughts on this episode is vacation is worth it. And at Checkable, we have a no vacation or an unlimited vacation policy. And unfortunately, it ends up where we don't take a lot of vacations. And that's something that I really encourage people to even take the couples vacation, just a weekend trip somewhere, or some getaway with your friends, or even be by yourself and take that time. And it is good for your soul. It's good for the people that are around you. It's great for your company. And if you get that anxiety before you travel, anxiety is excitement and anxiousness is excitement. Nervousness is actually the same emotion as excitement. So take that and use it for a positive, for your business, for your personal development, and make it holistic that you are going to come back rejuvenated, excited, and just ready to conquer whatever challenges that lay ahead of you after you go on your amazing vacation. So with that, please, if you're on vacation, even as you're listening to this, or if you're planning a vacation, tag us at Checkable Health. We would love to see where you're going on vacation. I think those are the most fun things on social media, is when we see people's destinations. And follow us, Checkable Health, and me, Patty Post CEO, on Instagram and TikTok, as well as Patty Post on LinkedIn. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, 5 stars if you loved this mini episode, and we would love to hear from you. So with that, have a great vacation, and don't let that anxiety get you down. Turn it into a positive.